Welcome back to Excel. This is a Mental Evolution podcast, and I'm your host, Dr. Seth Rose, where we talk all things mental performance, sports psychology, and performance excellence. Today is a follow up of our previous episodes where we're talking about holistic sport well being. If you're not tracking, we covered some of the research and the reasonings behind holistic well being. We also talked about a couple of the components of sport well being. So we covered subjective well being and social well being. Today, we are talking about physical well being, right? Physical well being is an important component that often gets forgotten within, um, you know, holistic, integrated types of health and well being models because we know that lower physical health and illness is often presented as a functional limitation, and that drastically reduces your mood and your satisfaction in your sport. Sometimes it can impact your presence with the team, so your social well-being might be influenced by that. And generally, like there's just a lot that can be done in the physical well-being space to help you feel subjectively well or enhance your sport well-being. So this isn't about like fitness. It's about things like how you're recovering and sustaining your performance. It's about like how you're managing that energy, right? It's about other things like, are you fueling properly, and are you just in general healthy, and um, are you sticking to a plan to maintain that healthy living? Are you recovering quickly? So there's a lot that can go into physical well-being, and obviously we're the mental performance guys here. But working on a multi disciplinary team has been a great experience for me. Um, and I encourage you to kind of like find your people, right? So finding dietitians and finding strength and conditioning coaches and physical therapists or athletic trainers to work collectively on this. So from my side, I want to kind of just jot down a couple of practical things to help you when you're talking about and thinking about your physical well-being, right? So one is, thinking about your recovery with the same precision as your workouts, right? And this is really like habits, right? Like, are your sleep habits and your hydration habits and your fueling habits, are they as locked in as your strength and conditioning training sessions, or your if you're an endurance athlete, like your workouts and stuff like that? Make sure that those are non-negotiable training variables and just a part of what you do, because then you'll be able to prioritize and spend focus on those things. The other thing is to track your recovery signals. So this is really like awareness, right? So start noticing patterns in like your soreness or your energy, or maybe if you're tracking with a wearable, you're talking about heart rate variability or HRV, which we have an episode on what that is. And this is really your body's feedback mechanism. So that way you can just build awareness of how things are going and how your energy is during the course of a day. And then lastly is thinking about like deliberate recovery practices to help not only mentally, but physically. So maybe it's driving between meetings with no music or anything like that to kind of be a little bit more mindful. Maybe it's walking or recovery yoga or low intensity days. Or maybe it's breath work or meditation or journaling. And this is to protect your long-term health and emotional regulation, but also to boost your well-being in the long run. Physical well-being is obviously very important, and you could go down the weeds with all the things that can help with it, but just a couple of practical ways that you can start to build awareness around that. Thanks for sticking around today, and we will catch you on the next one.